Welcome to Season 5, Episode 6 of COMMCast. I'm your host, George Gaston. COMMCast is a production of the Longwood University Communication Studies Department and the COM 434 COM Lab class. This show is dedicated to highlighting the Longwood and Farmville communities. So, let's get started. Joining us on set today is McKayla Keiser, co-president of Lancers Vote. McKayla, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So if you could enlighten our audience as to what Lancers Vote is, please.
Yeah, so Lancers Vote is a nonpartisan organization on campus. We're not a club. We're also not an organization per se. We're just this little entity on campus. We partner with Virginia 21 and the Campus Vote Project, along with faculty and staff from Longwood University to help get the message out about voting. We do civic engagement, voter education, and voter registration.
Amazing. So what inspired you to get involved with Lancers Vote?
Katya Mayer, I met her during the bond program that OMA does every year. And she was asking me about it. She's like, "Oh, are you interested in it?" And I said, "Why not? Yeah, it's just my sophomore year, so let me join it."
Yeah, awesome. What year are you now?
I'm technically a junior, but I'm going to graduate this year.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what kind of events does Lancers Vote have coming up this year?
So we're having a Don't Ghost Your Vote informational tabling situation happening in a week or so. We've done a trivia night at Press Club along with FSL doing their Spirit Night for Love Like Adam. And we've just been doing voter registration tabling and partnering with people on campus.
Amazing. Yeah, great cause. So tell me a little bit why it's important for students to be educated about voting.
I think it's really important for students to be educated about voting because our generation is the next generation that is going to be impacted by all this. Gen Z is now that generation that will be impacted about all the policies taking place, all of the decisions being made. It's going to hit us harder than other generations that are older than us, so it's really important for us to have our voice be heard. Yeah,
I totally agree, most definitely. So tell me a little bit why this election, the 2024 election, is different from past elections.
So for this election, there's a large number of Gen Z people who are able to vote. So that's what's really important, alongside just it being impactful just because of who the candidates are and how the switch happened so late into the campaign. That's super important, and just for the causes that each party is fighting for.
Yeah, definitely. So what are some of the tactics that you guys are using to get students to show up to polls?
So we are doing rides to the polls day of. If they are registered in Farmville, we're also doing classroom presentations to help educate students on how to vote. We deal with Instagram. We will have people message us about questions and stuff. We'll help them get their absentee ballot. We'll help them register to vote. We'll help them with important dates, help them with any information they need. We'll give them resources. We have a new Canvas page that all students are welcome to scan and get in, rolled in, so they have all this information as well.
Definitely. I want to go back to something you said earlier about rides to the polls. If someone's interested in taking you guys up on that, how can they get in contact with you?
Best way to get in contact with us is through our Instagram at Lancers_vote. Or what I always say is just stop me if you see me out in public, and I will gladly give you the information.
Yeah, definitely small campus benefits there, right?
Yes.
For sure. So how can students get more involved with politics in general?
I think just by being educated, knowing what is going on in their community is really important. Also, just being able to listen to other people. We're all affected by it. It doesn't matter if you don't like politics, if you don't really want to get involved, we're still affected by it.
Yeah. So I think it's important to note that the 18th, in 2 days from now, today's 16th, so the 18th is the last day to apply for an absentee ballot. Is that correct?
The 25th.
The 25th is the last
yes.
day. Okay, Thank you for correcting that. I appreciate it. So what can students do to help out with the organization Lancers Vote?
Join. Like that's like the easiest way to do it. Currently, Catherine Holloway and I, who is my co-president, we're really like manning it. But we have a couple interests who really want to join our team. So like, if people are interested, I always suggest joining Virginia 21 first and becoming an advocate or a student leader, and then like just inform us of that so we can get you involved.
Yeah. So I've heard there's a connection between Citizen 410 and Lancers Vote. It was sort of born out of that. Can you speak a little bit more to that story?
Yeah, so Lancers Vote was a project that Zach, I'm blanking on his last name, he did his Citizen 410 project on a couple years back. So he was a member of Virginia 21, and I believe he was a Campus Vote Fellow, and he was the rep for Virginia 21 and SGA. So he decided that he wanted to like merge it all under like one like organization for, I guess, more like efficiency. So he named it Lancers Vote, and then from then on out, we've just been Lancers Vote.
Amazing, amazing. Last question for you. Looking after the election, we've talked about, rides to the polls and stuff. Any events that you guys are planning for post-election?
Yeah, so we want to do like another trivia night just to go over like who's in office now, like what are the next steps, just because like the election's over with doesn't mean like you just stop caring about it. Like now you have new officials in office, you've got a new president, you've got a new cabinet, you've got like on the local level, because there are always elections on the local level and state level, so there's people from all different departments that are now new.
Amazing. McKayla, thank you. Those were some great answers. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with COMMCast Trivia. All right, it's time for everyone's favorite segment, COMMCast Trivia. You ready?
Yes.
All right. First question. When was Lancers Vote created?
Oh, I'm answering.
Yeah.
I really want to say it was like 2021. I don't know if I'm right.
Let's see. Yes, spring of
Yes.
2021. Nice job. Nice job. Next question. When is Election Day?
November 5th.
Let's see. 2 in a row. Very good. And what is the voting location for students living on campus?
Oh, we have 3. I think it's the Elkhorn Lodge.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Very good.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Excellent.
All right. Well, McKayla, thank you so much for joining us today. 3 out of 3 on trivia. Nice job. Thanks to everyone behind the scenes with CommLab, and thank you for watching. Join us next Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. on YouTube for another episode of CommCast.